Hello guys, good morning. How are you? Once again, this is Lizelle from Lil'planthouseBatangas, and today we're going to learn the difference between the two commonly mistaken plants. We have here the Philodendron Pastazanum silver snow, and the other one is the Philodendron Mamei. So, let's get started. Let's review the external structures of these two plants or the phytomorphology of these two plants. So let's focus on the plants. Let's get started. Join me. So let's now have a closer look with these two plants. So these two plants are considered rare plants or rare philodendron plants. Astaxanum silver snow. So it has a soft green. Here we have soft green and then heart-shaped leaves or leaf. So I only have a leaf here. So this can grow as wide too. And as you can see, it has a glossy, try to look, glossy foliage with silver markings. So the silver markings are the reason why it was called silver snow. And how about when it comes to the petiole of this plant? Let's check it. Try to focus. If you try to look at this one, it's like a gloriosum, the petiole of a gloriosum. So it's somehow flattened here, but here it's round here. The half is round and the half is somehow flat or flattened. So it's like a D, but it's just a thin D when compared to Mamei. So it's wider than this one has. Probably because this is a smaller leaf when compared to this one. But when it comes to the side here, if you can see here, the side, it's obvious that it has a D shape. Same goes with this one, and later we will be able to see the difference between the two. And what else? When it comes to petiole, yes, we're done with this. It's a D shape. Same goes with this one. So that's the similarity, or one of the similarities of Mamei and Pastazanum silver snow. So what else I've noticed here? It's a heart shape, but it's a bit rounded. It's rounded. When compared to this one, this is somehow pointed heart shape. You try to look at the edge here. It's like sharp one, or yes, it's pointed one, right? When it comes to the variegation of this Pastazanum, you try to look closer. Not sure if it's really clear to you. I hope it is. There is a the variegation is same with this one. There's no pattern, but if you try to look closer, it's like a paintbrush or a hand brush like that, or hand paint like that. And yes, you'll be able to see it. That's how beautiful it is. There is a regular form of Pastazanum, no silver marking, so it's just a plain Philodendron Pastazanum. But this one is Philodendron Pastazanum silver snow because of the silver markings. By the way, it grows horizontally. Same goes with the Mamei. They are creeping plants. They are not creeping or the crawling plants, or they are not vining like that, or they don't climb. Both of these take a longer time to grow, when compared to common philodendron plants. Say hello to this one. It's a growing shoot. Yes, it's a growing shoot. There's a leaf already, right? If you can see it. And say hi. So when it comes to the stem of this plant, if you try to look at this, it's just a green. There's a brown color here after each node, I think, or here, found on the node here. And if you try to look at this one, there is an auxiliary bud here. Let me say growing point. Look at this one. I don't know what's wrong with this. When it comes to the stem, again, it's just green. So let's now proceed to the and the what do we call this? The petiole is just a it's just a green. Let me say that it's a lighter color. Okay, so let's now proceed to the Mamei. So let's talk about now the phytomorphology of Mamei. So let's have a closer look. Take a look. So there we go. So like what I've said, when we compare this to the Pastazanum silver, this one has a pointed heart-shaped leaf or leaves. And what else? The ruffled side of the leaf is really obvious. Maybe sometimes you want to straighten like that, but it's natural. It's a prominent structure of this plant, having the ruffled side. It's because of the venules that it has. If you try to look at these venules, right? So many markings or linings here, and that's the so-called venules. So it has a concave here. It has a concave base. So if you try to look at the other one, it's not really concave. I'm not sure if there's something special with this one leaf, because I have to wait for the other leaf for me to see the difference, if it's concave or not. But as of now, I think this one is no, it's not a concave one, right? Unlike this, it's really obvious to Mamei. And when it comes to the color of this midrib, try to look. The midrib is it's just a green one. When it comes to the margin, it's a pale yellow. So a yellow here, from here up to the end. If you try to look, so that's yellow. Same goes with this plant. Try to look. This one, the Pastazanum. So really, they have the similarity if you take a look at the two. So what else? When it comes to the apex of this one, it's not really pointed, though I think there's an issue with this one. But I think when compared to this one, it's a longer and pointed, really obvious. The midrib, almost the same. This one is, I think, a little darker than this one, but they're somehow the same. You try to look. Okay, and again, this one is concave, while this one is not concave. And when it comes to the base here, the base end. And what else? So it's like light green to not really visible one, but it's dark green, I think. Base color of Mamei, it's dark green with the presence of silver splashes, or the silver variegation. So I think this one has a lighter variegation, but what I mean is heavier variegation, but the color is lighter compared to this one. So if you try to look at the two, so here there's a wide variegation when compared to my Mamei, but this one is really obvious, or the variegation is more obvious here in Mamei when compared to the Pastazanum. So the variegation same goes with the two, I think, even though I only have one here. I think the variegation varies from each leaf. So I think this one, let me show it to you. There's an issue here. So this one is different, or the variegation of this leaf is different from this and different from this one too. So no pattern. That's what it means. The veins here, it is arranged in a symmetrical pattern. Yes, try to look. They are I think having almost the same when it comes to the veins pattern. So it's symmetrical. And yeah, if you try to look closer, the veins are deeply set, and because of that, it causes ruffled leaf appearance. So because of the veins here, yes, it causes this leaf to become ruffled in shape. So somehow curly a little. When it comes to the venules, here it's just fine. Yeah, the venules is just fine, or it's just like 1 point, that, or it's just a thin. It's just a thin venule. So it's not really thick one. That's why it's thin. Yeah. Okay. So the junction here, as you can see, the junction here is red, or a deep red. Let me show it to you. Yeah, this one has it, this one has it, and this one has it. So it means that when it comes to the junction, they have the same. So it doesn't vary, unlike the variegation. So when compared to the Pastazanum silver, there's no color here. It's just, I think, just very yeah, I think there's a different color here, if you can see it, but I think it's not really obvious. As far I can see, it's just a little, yeah, little red, but it's not really obvious. It's like it's just a plain green. If you can see this one, it's between the base of the leaf and the petiole. If you try to look at this one, there's like a ribbon here. So yes, it's pretty, but it's not visible to all of the mamei. Maybe this makes it special, right? So try to look at the shape, like what I've told you, it's a D shape, but not really flat here. There's a curve too here. So it's like there's a D here, and there's a D here, and there's a line here. So when it comes to the stem, there are, what do we call this? There are lines here, or white, I think, if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, try to look. I'm trying to show it to you. Why it doesn't focus? Yeah, can you see that? These little white color, like a line or broken lines like that, so you'll be able to see. So when it comes to the stem, it's just red or deep red. So look, it's just so beautiful. Yeah, you try to look at this one, it has a red one, and yes, it already has the auxiliary bud, or a growing point, or a shoot. Not really a shoot. So if we compare the two, this one has a green stem, while this one has a red stem. So green and then red stem. As well as the shoot, they're different when it comes to the shoot. So that would be all for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy planting!